What's going on, guys? Unknown Player here, and today I've got something really special for you guys, which is some brand new Destiny 2 gameplay patrolling on the European Dead Zone, or EDZ. There's a bunch of new gear in here, some new shaders, some engrams dropping we want to talk about, and also generally looking at some stuff to do inside the EDZ area. So starting off, we've got a pretty cool look at one of the landing zones and the ship actually flying into it. Pretty cool animation as well. I'm not sure if this happens every time, but definitely really nice scenery with the gold shade on this Titan as well. It's also worth noting that this is just one of the many landing zones for EDZ. Of course, this is the biggest location out of the 4 main ones, so IO, Nessus, Titan, and the EDZ. This is the biggest one, so it's apparently more than double the size of the biggest Destiny 1 location. So you do have a bit of choice on whereabouts you want to fly and what exact spot you want to land inside the EDZ. So further inside, you'll of course find this big church, which we've seen before. This one's pretty similar to the church in Widow's Court, the Destiny 1 Crucible map, but it is a little bit different. The layout is slightly different to that one. And also inside, you'll find the NPC Devrim K, who you can do quests with, adventures, and you can talk to him for some stuff. So outside the church, you've got a bunch of Fallen patrolling around, and also a public event to defeat the extraction crew, so the Mighty Full Glimmer. Pretty simple stuff. So they hopped on their sparrows and went to a different part of the EDZ where the Cabal have a huge base and apparently a super weapon, and they're doing an adventure into a Fallen base which has these trip mine lasers blocking the door. You need to kind of sneak by, and it's also got the classic explosive red barrels. Now, jumping into the first-person gameplay and some weaponry, we've got a Hacker SMG as his primary. In the secondary slot, he's got the Ceros Dis 47 Scout Rifle, the fast-firing one, remember, from Destiny 1, and this one has solar burn on it. We already know the Foundries have been really fleshed out in Destiny 2, so some of the favorites are returning, like the PDX 45, the Ceros Dis 47, and also some new ones like the Hacker SMG and a bunch more we'll see inside this gameplay. So going back just a second, you see him kill that Dreg with the explosive barrel behind him, and a blue engram popped out. Now this one decoded into the Legion Bane blue chest piece, a rare item. Now something pretty interesting about this engram is that it automatically decrypts when he walks over it, so no decrypting necessary. This could be many things. Firstly, it could just be something for this build where, for the sake of demonstration, all engrams automatically decrypt. It could also be the fact that in Destiny 2, all engrams automatically decrypt and you get the loot right there on the spot, and you maybe only go to the Cryptarch in the farm for rank up rewards or to buy new engrams. Or it could be neither of those, and maybe when you're a high enough level, all blue engrams automatically decrypt, which would make sense as well. So maybe legendaries and exotics, the high ones, you need to take those to the Cryptarch. But let me know what you think down below in the comment section. What do you think is the deal with the engrams? Because also in the beta, you might remember, I posted a video of engrams actually dropping by accident. They weren't supposed to be, and they also automatically decrypted, so no decryption needed from the Cryptarch. So either this is just a thing in all the early builds, or it could be a thing where blues automatically decrypt, or maybe all engrams do that. But definitely something interesting worth thinking about. So moving on through the gameplay, we've got a Warlock with a Vanguard auto rifle with a black and white shader on it, which we'll take a look at in a second, but there's a lot of shaders in this gameplay. We then get to see another example of a new Foundry weapon we've never seen before. This is a Ceros sniper, which of course we've never got. The Hunter also has two interesting weapons, a hand cannon, which looks pretty similar to the Ill Will frame, the little thing hanging off it on the bottom, and also in his back you've got a Ceros SMG, so I'm guessing each Foundry will have all, if not most, of the type of weapons. Now on the Warlock's back there, you can see an Omlon hand cannon with a similar black and white shade on it, the Vanguard logo, but instead it seems to have the black and white colors instead of the kind of orange and blue colors. So it seems that shaders in Destiny 2 won't just be colors, but also faction designs and logos of things like the Vanguard and probably the other factions too. So you can see them generally progressing through the cave, clearing the Fallen out. Pretty basic stuff, doesn't seem to be a really high level activity, and they're doing it pretty easily. They're doing some kind of adventure, which is like a mini quest. Their current objective is to scan the explosives. The gameplay doesn't really want to spoil the adventure, so they kind of vaguely show what's going on. You've got typical Fallen enemies, so Dregs, Vandals, Repeater Shanks, which are the snipers, and also Servitors as well. So the gameplay cuts to after when they finish the adventure, so we don't get to see what the loot drops are, what they get from completing it. But now something you'll notice is the Titan has applied a black and gold or black and yellow shader to his Dis 47, and also the Warlock has taken off that black and white shader to the auto rifle to revert it back to the normal Vanguard color scheme. You then also have this shot where the Hunter now has a gold shader on this Ceros auto rifle, so a lot of quick shader changes inside this gameplay. Maybe these shaders were rewards from actually completing the adventure, seeing as they did apply them right after completing it, so you can tell they're definitely wanting to show them off. They're then looking at this Cabal base in the distance, but I'm not sure if we can actually go that far. I'm pretty sure it's another one in the distance. I know there is some kind of Cabal base inside the European Dead Zone you can go to, but I'm not sure if it's this one. There is definitely a lot of trees and forests in between, so I'm not sure if you can walk that far. But something else pretty interesting about this shot that I noticed in the early trailers for Destiny 2 is you can see they've almost cut a massive chunk out of that mountain in the distance there. If you look at the gap, there's like a big V shape sliced out of the mountain, so I'm not sure if it's a weapon or some kind of weird scenery thing, but maybe they're testing to do the same thing to the Shard of the Traveler and maybe cut a slice out of it. But there you go, that has been a bunch of new Destiny 2 European Dead Zone gameplay. Of course, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. What do you think? Let me know if you spot anything interesting. As always, if you enjoyed this video, a like rating would be much appreciated. I do have a bunch more Destiny 2 videos to upload right here on the channel, so stay tuned, make sure you subscribe and also have notifications turned on so you don't miss an upload. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next one.